Okay. I think I'm live now. Hey, everybody, it's Emily from Hopscotch Interactive, and it is it's Thursday afternoon here on the 9th of March. And this is really a public service announcement for everybody who may not be aware that today is the last day that you'll be able to enter into Microsoft's AltSpace, which is a social VR platform that has been around for, I want to say, 7 years total. And it's been with Microsoft for the last few years. It was revived from actually it was shut down, and then Microsoft actually acquired it and took it over a few years ago. And in that time, I have to say that I have had some incredible experiences and amazing memories that have been built in AltSpace. And if I could just list a few of those for you, I would say that the first one that comes to mind is deep in the pandemic in January 2021. We were still in lockdown, and I wasn't able to travel to Germany for the AREA Awards. And instead, with the help of Kathleen Cohen and with the support of Europa Park and the AREA awards team, we and also Victoria, and I'm blanking on her last name right now, but I will remember and I will put it in the comments. But Victoria and Kathleen and we built, and also with Keyframe, so with Julian Reyes, we built these worlds that we could experience virtually, and that was going to be part of the AREA Awards. So we were doing this live in person, digital, which was through Hopin, and then also in VR. Kathleen coined it the Tribrid Conference. And so that meant that we had all three available to participants who wanted to do that. And I spent 2 full days basically in VR moderating and hosting, and the longest I had ever spent in VR. And it was incredible. I watched the awards in VR, I watched performances in VR, and I was in AltSpace, which was the perfect container for this social interactions. And we got people into AltSpace who'd never been in it before, which was amazing. And what's cool about AltSpace is that it's basically a home, a home on the platform, and then all these various worlds. So I guess if you're in the MetaQuest 2, which is usually what I was using to go in, you'd go in and then experience these worlds. Now, because it's shutting down tomorrow, of course, a few other things I was reminded of, like I went to a Pitbull concert in AltSpace. I premiered a film from Hopscotch Interactive in AltSpace. I did a meditation when I actually had COVID in the fall over the holidays. I did a meditation and I met with other people because I was quarantined from my family during Christmas and Hanukkah over the fall, over the holidays. And so that was really great. It was like, the connection is real. And I think that it is a good platform. I loved Facebook Spaces, and that shut down too. So I've gone through this before where a platform will shut down and you will be sad because you've lost something that you had a connection to. And the same will probably go for places like Decentraland and for the Sandbox. And, when these companies run out of funding, unless it's creator owned and creator funded, you really have the possibility that your work will eventually be deleted, or that there won't be a place for you to store it. Now, the other thing you need to know is that besides, live events that you can go to, there are beautiful, beautiful worlds that people have created just to make them into incredible art experiences. And Juliana Lowe is one of those. And so if you go to AltSpace now, let me see if I can find the actual space ID for you. Okay, so you're going to want to go to space ID code APP106, app 106. And that is really the way to do it, because if you go into app 106, then you can also connect to her other world, which is amazing. It's like a Christmas scene or a holiday scene with twinkling lights and animals. And she created everything in Tilt Brush, and she worked with a developer. So there is reflection from the moon on the water, and the water has waves, and there are all of these Easter eggs throughout everything. So there is this amount of sort of joy and wonder that is built into this because Juliana is an incredible artist. So don't miss those. The other thing that I did in AltSpace that has to be mentioned is I actually virtually attended 3 times the Burning Man and the Burning Man event. So BRCVR, run by Athena Demos and Doug Jacobson and a number of other amazing people, they built when the pandemic happened and they were not able to go to Burning Man in the desert and to go to Black Rock City. They got together with all of these amazing innovators and creators, and they built Black Rock City in VR in AltSpace. And so you can still go, you can still experience it. And over the next 24 hours, there's going to be a ton of events and parties and community events happening in AltSpace. So if you can check it out on your desktop, you don't have to go into VR, but the best way to do it is in VR. And, I showed my kids this experience from Juliana Lowe last night. Again, if you're just joining, you're going to want to go to AltSpace and join into app 106, APP 106, and go into that world. And when you're there, you can go into all of these incredible sculptures that she made in Tilt Brush and then brought in. I just want you to go and explore it, because definitely once this thing shuts down, even if it ends up on another platform, it will not be the same. These were environments built specifically for AltSpace. And so it is a loss for the VR community. It's definitely a loss for creators. And again, like, if you can turn off art at the flip of a switch, like, we are definitely doing something wrong, because it shouldn't be up to sorry, I'm getting some notifications. It shouldn't be up to Microsoft to determine whether or not this thing lives or dies. So anyway, that's it for me today. I just want you guys to know about this because it is going away. So it is quite urgent that if you want to visit AltSpace, you make time for it today. And I have a lot of great memories. I'll be posting about those. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Put some questions in the comments, and I will put some links to some of the AltSpace worlds that I recommend. And have an awesome day. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.